Hello, everyone. Welcome, Miro, to our 7S interview
Hello,
series.
Gabi.
Hello, nice to see you again. So today we will dedicate this episode to the one of the 7S's, of course, of positive health, and it's all about smile. So the topic is smile. We have a wonderful topic for today. Miro, tell our audience a little bit about what is so positive and healthy about smiling.
Yeah, smile, of course, what I mean is smile and laughter and humor. And I would say also like a general positive attitude, like the being ready for positive experience. We in PERMA, we have this first point, positive emotions. And sometimes people like generally would like to experience more of them, but they are not mentally ready for the many opportunities that we have. And, like one of the most important opportunities is very often laughing at ourselves, at our strangenesses and our behaviors that usually other people see them and maybe laugh, and we are very often very serious and take everything personally and don't use it as an opportunity to smile or even laugh. So like if we can laugh at ourselves, it makes it much easier to laugh at other things, and we reduce the stress of interaction if we take things with a certain lightedness, like this, I would say this serenity, this like general positive approach and attitude to life, to ourselves, and most importantly to other people, actually to anybody we encounter. So like I try to remind myself that if I go out and I would meet people, doesn't matter whether I know them or not, my basic attitude is to be positive and open and like ready for some nice experience. And once I have this attitude and approach, very often what happens is that the person see it and they react in a similar way, and we have a nice interaction, funny interaction with elements of humor, with smile and laughter, and we both feel better. So this is for me very simple, but once we make the decision that I am open for this positivity, for this humorful approach, then it's so much easier. And I think in our Western cultures, I think maybe in Germanic part of the world, it's even more like we should be serious, competent, we should be like to the point, we should be like ready to give the right answer. These are values, but being ready to laugh at ourselves or at anything, it seems to be like kind of secondary. But if we look, even if in the latest research, there is so many aspects of smile and laughter that is good for our health. Like even the pain threshold is going up. So like people are more confident. There is a lot of hormones, again, endorphins especially, that make us happier and feel less pain, and we are more ready to take more challenges in life. We have better connection to other people, and so on and so on and so on. So I could talk for hours about it, and I think this is so simple, but like without the allowing ourselves to be positive, to receive humor and to give this positive approach and to smile, nothing will happen. So it's all our responsibility, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And do you have the experience as well that when you laugh at other people or smile, a smile comes back? Isn't it
Absolutely,
that?
absolutely.
It seems
This
like
is
a normal
infectious.
reaction.
It is
Mm-hmm.
infectious.
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably know, I experienced it first time in my positive psychology education, this gelotherapy or gelotherapy. In some
Mm-hmm.
languages, they use this. And I think in English, it's mostly like smile therapy or laughter therapy or laughter yoga.
Yeah.
It's like kind of artificial exercises. They seem artificial, and initially the people were like skeptical. What is this? Like kind of some childish kindergarten place. So there are some exercises like you just go in a circle and loudly say something like ho ho, ha, 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 ho,
Mm-hmm.
ho, ha, 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 which like
Okay.
for adult people and with high, social
Mm-hmm.
status and positions, they initially almost rejected it, but because we were part of this training, we had kind of had to accept it in a way. And then everybody was, initially it was a bit awkward, but after like 2-3 minutes, everybody was laughing more naturally. And then after 5 minutes, we were laughing like crazy with tears in our eyes. Yeah, it was surprising even for me. I'm rather by nature like positive. I was for many years already, but I didn't expect that, people who were like sitting in a sad mood, like very critical, very serious, they also couldn't help laughing like genuinely, because we very often think, yeah, we should be authentic. But then what if my authentic state is sad, serious, boring, and like hopeless? Yeah, should I continue forever because that's how I feel at the moment? I don't agree. I think we should take responsibility for our life, and including whether I'm a positive, humorous, smiling person or not. And then knowing that there are even like artificial exercises that bring us to laughter, this only shows that we have influence on it. And if we take the responsibility for our actions, including trying to be a more positive person, which includes experiencing laughter, humor, and best moments, but we have to start with ourselves and start with this smile on our face when we meet our people. And then things are much easier afterwards, obviously.
And it has an effect on our body, obviously, on our body and brain.
Absolutely. It's for many, like it's lots of physiological changes, like the capacity of lungs increase, the amount of oxygen that we intake increase, the blood pressure goes down. Many other parameters on long term, like the anxiety levels, go down. And so the positive effects on your health on physiological level are numerous. Yeah, so it's absolutely documented. There is enough research on it, so it's not like some people think it's blah blah blah, smile, it's secondary. No, this is in many studies you could achieve more effect on pain or your well-being or reduction of anxiety with psychological methods, including the full belly laughter. There is this term that you don't just superficially do some adaptation to your mimics, but you genuinely laugh with all your body, including the belly, then you can reduce pain, you can reduce anxiety, and it's objective effects, and sometimes much better than what you can achieve with drugs, especially knowing that your whole mood is improving and you don't have any side effects. So I think I couldn't recommend more experimenting. If you don't have it in your nature, try to experiment. Why not? There is nothing to lose.
Nothing
And
to
I
lose,
can
yeah.
assure you, I mean, I'm not saying to you, but to our audience, to everybody, like, let's try it. If you don't have this experience, try it. Like, give yourself a chance, and the effects are wonderful.
I've also once heard that a lot of muscles, muscles around the face
So it's
are
around 30
dedicated.
as far as I think 27. I don't want to
Wow.
mention the wrong number, but there's many of these mimic muscles, and it's a great training. But if we laugh genuinely, there is also studies showing that if you just fake the smile, there is only, I think, 3 muscles that supporting it, but the real laughter brings all the facial muscles into action, and we feel much more relaxed, and it's also great for the mood. The people accept us better. There is reduction of tension and stress, also in the relationships. So there were studies about people who have an argument, like even partners, and if you can go through this difficult discussion with elements of laughing at yourself, at your partner, and like, laughing because you're like, you don't know what the answer is, but somehow this reduces the stress, and then the feeling arises, yeah, okay, we will somehow go through it, The most wonderful way of reduction of stress and tension between human beings.
And make a new start, no? See the things differently.
Absolutely.
Do you think it's possible on the workplace as well?
I
in
think as well,
situations?
yeah, I worked many years as a leader in big international companies, and this was exactly when I heard about this also on the scientific level, this gel therapy, and I tried to implement it and also explain, and then like encourage people that it is allowed to laugh. It's okay to laugh
Mm-hmm.
and smile even more in the working place. And we did some experiments, including these exercises, and then like once people understood that it's okay, and even there are studies showing that when people laugh together at the workplace, the effectiveness of the job increases, yeah, because they
Mm-hmm.
feel safe, they feel trusted, they feel liked, they feel accepted, they feel less stress. So this in the end translates into productivity as well. So it's
Okay.
like
Wow.
in the interests of the bosses or the owners of companies to allow and encourage people to
Mm-hmm.
laugh and laughter. And I must say I tested it in praxis, and I was very proud that it worked. And actually, we achieved the award of best place to work for my
Wow.
organization in Vienna, which I was very happy that we could do it. And part of it was also using laughter uh,
Interesting.
in daily practice.
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
Wonderful, wonderful. Again, feeding our PERMA, no? Positive emotions, maybe also relationships. So everything is dedicated.
Exactly.
Let's talk a
And
little
maybe one
bit.
comment that I wanted to start with, but then we went in another direction. Do you
Uh,
know, Gabi, how many times a day typically a small child laughs?
oof. 50 times?
Yeah, in the study that I read recently, it was 300 times. And do you know
Wow.
what is the average for adult in
Oh,
Western society?
10
Yeah,
maximum.
yeah, you were now very close.
Okay,
15, they said. So, but
imagine.
anyway, 300 versus 15. I mean, the numbers, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
100 versus a few times,
Oh,
like
wow.
that's
Oh,
what
wow.
happens. What happens to us? Why do we
Yeah.
lose the spirit of joyfulness, of playfulness, of having fun, of being positive? We have it in our nature, every child is born with it, and then we kill it. Yeah, sometimes like maybe the parents, the teachers, like we sit straight, yeah, don't laugh, don't do things, only follow instructions and be correct and be right. I mean, this is not a funny life. Let's break it. Come on.
So how can we support it? How can we engage other people to be more aware of that they have the choice to stand up
Yeah,
and look
I think
forward to the
that's
day?
a great question, Gabi. And I believe always in such issues, we should start with ourselves and then
Mm,
live I
mm,
mean, walk the talk and live what we preach. And
okay.
if we say in a serious voice, you should be more joyful,
Mm,
this doesn't
mm,
work really.
mm,
So,
okay.
I mean, let's try to be more funny, more light, like starting to laugh at our own like strangenesses or mistakes or things that other people probably laugh at us, because we all have them. Yeah. And then when we start with this and then smile simply and accept other people and like enjoy the differences between us, and we're all different. Yeah. But if we say, yeah, and now I think I'm great, and now everybody should be kind of like a copy of me and follow all my rules and all values that I believe are crucial. If I have this attitude, it will not work. Yeah, for
Mm-hmm,
sure. So like
mm-hmm.
accept, okay, you're different. Yeah, tell me more about it.
Yeah,
I find it interesting. I find it funny. I find it great. Like this kind of conversations and like this attitude of openness to other people
openness.
and
Mm,
being positive and enjoying the interaction. Yeah, and then if something strange, unpredictable happens, even better. I learned something new. Like this is fun in itself. New things, like the same things all over over and over again. This is boredom. Yeah, this is not fun. Yeah, so let's be like accepting for for this new stuff and people with their different ideas, and like try to infect them, and knowing then if we have a good day and good mood and we have this capacity and understanding how important it is, we can share it, and try to infect other people with this positivity, including especially smile and laughter. And smile is probably the first step and maybe most important step. So coming to our partners, friends, but also even people that we don't know,
mm-hmm.
with this like basic smile, like that when people ask you on the street, even for direction, whatever, like the first direction, a little smile, like showing encouragement,
Yeah,
yeah, you're another human being, nice that you talk to me. let's solve this problem together, but like showing this positive energy. I think this is amazingly important, and not so many people do it, but we should, like, as a positive psychology community, contribute more and more to, you know, like living the promise of positive psychology. And I think it kind of begins with this positive general attitude with it, and smile for me is the best symbol of the positivity.
It's the first impression, no? That you make.
Absolutely.
We should always show happiness. I've also heard of the inner smile. Have you heard of inner smile? That people carry kind of inner smile in them.
Absolutely.
It's
And
also
I think,
interesting.
you know, like this exercises that I mentioned, this is like a intervention in a state that we don't have this inner smile, and we like try to feel it at least through external method. But actually the most beautiful state of mind is living this inner smile, that we have this authentic, positive attitude inside ourselves. And of course, we also care for sharing it with others and infecting others even, but we don't have to force ourselves to it, because this is our natural attitude anyway. Yeah? So this is the personal development work that we should invest in ourselves to come to this point where the inner smile is our, let's say, basic state of mind, I would say. Of course, we have problems. Something happens, maybe like somebody that we love can die, or have a serious illness, or we have problems at work. So of course, there is also negative emotions and experiences which we shouldn't ignore, and we have to accept it and live through it. But the general attitude, it's something different. It's like on a much higher level. Yeah, it's like the small things of life. This is like, you know, like you have like certain sinusoid, but these small things is only like little artifacts. They don't change your general. You can be a happy person and experience an unhappy, difficult moment now, yeah? But it doesn't change the general perception that you would still call yourself, I am a happy person, I live a good life, and at the moment I'm sad, yeah? At the moment, but doesn't change my general happiness and satisfaction with my life. Yeah, and this is for me this inner smile, in a way, like how you could characterize it, because of course it sounds like a little bit strange for some people who never experienced these things or never read this kind of books. But it's about this like general attitude to myself. It starts always, like we spoke last time, accepting and understanding myself, and then accepting other people, not being too serious about these things, and allowing ourselves to experience positive emotions. And this starts with smile and laughter.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for those wonderful tips and your experience also on the physical side, and all the good practical examples you mentioned. Thank you, Miro. So this was our episode about smiling, about having fun, about developing humor in some sense, and always start with yourself. That's your basic message.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Looking forward to our next episode, Miro. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me, and see you soon.
See you soon.